wife party, pretty little babe party, never makes me fret party. Well, she's the greatest little girl that I've ever met. I get the best loving that I'll ever get from party, pretty little babe party, never makes me fret party. Well, she's the greatest little girl that I've ever met. I get the best loving that I'll ever get from party. Whoa, whoa, party, yeah, yeah, party.
So we're here in the Lodge Hotel in Coleraine for Owen's 4th album launch here at the hotel. Tell me a little bit about the new album, Owen.
Yeah, well, it's got 10 tracks as usual. It's, as I said, my 4th album, and I personally think it's the best one so far, so I hope the general audience think that as well, and I do hope they enjoy it.
Yeah, certainly, yeah. Tell me about a few of the tracks that's on your album.
Yeah, well, one of them is a great gospel song called If Jesus Comes Tomorrow, and it's one of my favourites, and you know, I've got things like Adelaida starting off the album, and good lively ones as well, so it's great.
Yeah, and tell me about a few of your musical inspirations since you've been on the road for about 3 years now.
3 years now, yeah. Well, I suppose Daddy would have been my biggest influence. I would have listened to Daddy, and I love Gene Watson and Daniel Donnell, and you know, all those great country singers.
Yeah. And how has it been? It's been 3 years, and how's it been for you?
It's been amazing. It's been a roller coaster, as they say, and I hope it continues that way.
Yeah, and you've also next year you've got 2 dates over in England. You've got one in March, which we're hosting at the radio station over in Luton, and you've also got one up in the north of England with Gary Gamble. Tell me a bit about that one.
Yeah, well, I'm with you in Luton, and I'm looking forward to that date because you know, I'll be backed by the Norman Borland Band and a host of other great artists, and I'm really looking forward to it. Me and my mum and dad is going over, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that'd be a good night. There's a lot of interest in Luton, as you know, there's a lot of Irish people in Luton, so yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good night there. Yeah. Do you have that we get asked is about you going over to the US? You did go over there to Canada for your Canadian tour. Tell me a wee bit about that.
Yeah, well, I went over to Canada, specifically Newfoundland, and the people couldn't have been nicer to me. They're just like Irish people. And I did 2 theatres over in Canada. One of them was Princess Sheila Najera Theatre and St John's Holy Heart Theatre, and they were both sold out, so I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, I think you might return to Canada in the future.
Yeah, well, I'm actually planning on going over next year to do the same shows, except 5 shows this time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll love to see you back there, because I know a few people they were disappointed because you're very popular at the moment, so
yeah,
I'm sure tickets were sold out there.
Tickets were sold out, but yeah, I'm just very thankful for it. It's great.
Yeah, and do you have any plans to maybe go down in the United States there?
Yeah, well, I've actually been asked to do a date on St Patrick's Night over in Chicago. But aside from that, I would really love to sing in Nashville just to see what it's like, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm just going to keep going and see what happens.
Yeah, because I'm sure on Facebook you might have seen a lot of people that are trying to get you there on the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. Sean Tully was one of the biggest ones that's trying to get me over there. Good friend of mine, and yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get on there, yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah.
Fingers crossed anyway.
Fingers crossed.
Well, thank you for taking the time out to do the interview, and best of luck with the new album, and hopefully it goes very well for you.
Alright, thank you very much, Declan. Thank you.
No problem.
If Jesus comes tomorrow to spend some time
time with you? Would you answer all his questions, or lie to hide the truth? Would you welcome him with open arms, or even let him in? If Jesus comes tomorrow, what then? If Jesus calls your number, could you leave today? Are you ready to lay down your worldly goods and walk away? Would it take a month of Sundays just to tell him of your sin? If Jesus comes tomorrow, what then? If the sky turns black as midnight in the middle of the day, and somehow you knew that Jesus would soon be on his way, would you have to beg forgiveness, or could you reach out and take his hand? If Jesus comes tomorrow, what then? If the sky turns black as midnight in the middle of the day, and somehow you knew that Jesus would soon be on his way, would you have to beg forgiveness, or could you reach out and take his hand? If Jesus comes tomorrow, what then? If Jesus comes tomorrow, what